Well, I guess if no one else has anything to say, without any further ado, I'd like to introduce our next guest, Mr. Clyde Folsom.
Good story. I'm going to listen.
Well, I'm really glad to be here. I usually put on my hat, cut down on the glare. That should help. But really, it's a pleasure for me to be here at this party, Rod. You know, everybody knows, of course, that this is the 31st anniversary of his 39th birthday.
Yeah.
And we're all glad to be here for that. You know, all of you know that Rodney's a great fellow when it comes to the outdoors. And he's a great trapper, and he's a great fisherman, and he can hunt bear, knows everything about the woods. But I was talking to Mary Lou, and you know, there's a few things he don't have much of a clue on, according to her. She said a number of years ago they was living down here on Oxford Street, and they had some newlyweds moved in across the street. And they was always out there hugging and kissing, from morning till night. She'd be out there grabbing him and giving him a hug and a kiss as he was trying to get off to work. And of course, Mary Lou was always out there watching and just saying, "Rodney, come look at this, come look at this." Rodney said, "Geez, you know. So one night he finally come over. She said, "Oh, Rodney, come look at this." So he come over and she said, "Look at that, Rodney." She said, "Why don't you ever do that?" He said, "Geez, Mary Lou, I don't even know that lady." And you know, one time when he was a young fella, you remember there used to be a train up at Brownville Junction, went up to Montreal. Well, when he was a young fella, this was back before he got married, he went up on that train, took it out of Brownville. We used to leave there about midnight. He got on that train, he was going up to Montreal to some kind of a trapping conference or something. Anyway, he got a sleeper, and he got a top bunk, and the train just pulled out of Brownville, and he was up there trying to get sleep. Finally, he settled down, and he was almost asleep. The train stopped at this other station, and this beautiful young lady get on. She was really attractive, and she get in, she took the bottom bunk. And the train pulled out, and old Rodney, because he almost back to sleep, and this young lady said, "Psst, psst." He said, "What is it, lady?" She said, "I'm cold." She said, "Could you get up and get me a blanket?" Rodney says, "I got a better idea than that, lady." She said, "What's that?" He said, "Why don't we make believe we're married?" And she kind of giggled, and she said, "Okay." He said, "Good, then get up and get your own damn blanket." Because you know, Rodney used to fish a lot with Willie Delatia, and Mary Lou was telling me, she said, I couldn't get over it because they used to fish together a lot, and then really tapered off and hardly ever fished together. So she said, I said to Rodney this past year, "How come you don't fish with Willie no more?" Rodney said, "Mary Lou, would you want to fish with a fella that every time you get on a stream, a trout stream, he tries to run ahead of you and get the best fishing spots? He lies about how big the fish are he catches. He won't tell you where he gets his best fish." Mary Lou said, "No, I wouldn't want to fish with anybody like that." He said, "Well, neither does Willie." He and Wiggy, they were talking about fishing one time, and of course, he told Wiggy, he said, "Geez, I got a beautiful trout last week. Biggest trout I ever got out of a stream." He said, Wiggy said, "Well, how big was it?" Rodney said, "Geez," he said, that trout was 26 inches long, weighed 8 pounds, 6 ounces. Wiggy said, "You got that out of a stream?" He said, "And?" "How big was it?" He said, 26 inches, weighed 8 pounds, 6 ounces. Wiggy tries that. He said, "Well, you know, you never can tell what's going to happen when you go fishing." He said, "I was fishing off the Trestle Bridge down there in Brownville last summer. Geez, I hooked into something. Took me almost an hour to get it in. When I finally got it in, he said it was an old railroad lantern, and it was dated 1956. and you know the wick was still burning. And Rodney said, come on, Wiggy, what are you going to take me for? You think I'm an idiot? He said, I'm not going to believe that. Wiggy said, well, I'll tell you what, Rodney. He said, you take 10 inches and 3 pounds off that throat of yours, and I'll blow out the lantern. Some of you may know, Willie Pelletier was up in Alaska. I don't know if he told you this or not, but he was up in Alaska. Yeah, but I don't know if he told you about this. I happen to be his brother-in-law, and so he don't let it out of the family too much, but he was up there fishing on the confluence of the Kenai and the Russian rivers. They have a great spot, but he's a bear, really thick in that area. So this fellow told him, he said, look, the fishing's great, but you watch out for the bear, Willie. He said, make sure that you get an escape route. So Willie said, geez, I got there and it was all tundra. He said, but there was one tree. It was about 75 feet from me, and he said there was one branch about 12 feet up off the ground. He said there was a big bear right up on the bank behind me. He said, I looked at that tree, and he said, I figured that's the only place I got to go. If that bear comes after me, is head to that tree and try to get to that branch. He said, as I said, 12 feet off the ground. Well, he said, I was fishing with one hand, kind of keeping an eye on that big sow bear behind me, big grizzly. He said, geez, I got a salmon on. I was getting some excited. He said, I heard a roar, and I looked up, and here comes that grizzly down over that bank. Straight for me, started she come. He said, geez, I threw that rod, and I took off running as fast as I could run to that tree. He said, I was just a hightailing it. He said, that bear was so close I could feel her breath on the back of my neck. And he said, I got there, and he said, I made one leap for that branch. And I said, well, Willie, did you make it? Willie said, I missed it on the way up, but I caught it on the way down. Say, wasn't that a great meal we had here tonight? Yeah, it was really very, very good. You know what, it amazes me every time I go to the store, what you can buy in the stores now. I was going by the meat counter up here at the IJ on the way in. You gotta look, and here's the packages of skinless, boneless chicken. Now, can you imagine raising a skinless chicken in Maine? And boneless. I mean, how does a boneless chicken even walk? And then I was going by the dairy counter, and they got all these different kinds of Oreos up there. They had one said, move over butter. Another one said, I can't believe it's not butter. Another one said, tastes like butter. I tell you, Mother and me, we use country crock. Because we figure at least they're trying to be honest. And then you go by the beverage counter. We go by the beverage counter, I couldn't believe it. What are they selling there? Non-alcoholic beer. No, I mean, who wants to drink non-alcoholic beer? It's got to be for people who don't want to get drunk but just like to go to the bathroom more. It's crazy, really. You know, Rodney does a lot of guiding in the summer, and he told me he has an awful time trying to understand these folks from Way, because most of us know these folks from Way can't talk too good. And, you know, just a good example of that, there was a couple from down here in one of them southern states. In fact, I think it's down there where you come from, down south in Connecticut. Either that or New York, one of them southern states anyway. They come up here, nothing against folks from Connecticut, but, you know, these folks from Way ain't too swell. They're coming up Route 2, this fellow and his wife, last year, and they got lost on Route 2 north of Old Town. Now, how do you get lost on Route 2 north of Old Town? Or is that road running right along the river, but they got lost? Well, she kept trying to get him to stop and find out where they were. But of course, being a man, he wouldn't do it. I mean, that's why Moses was in the wilderness for 40 years. He wouldn't stop and ask directions. But finally, he stopped down here in Mattawamcake, and he went into this general store there, and there was one old Mainah sitting there smoking a pipe. And he said to the fellow, say, are you from around here? The fellow says, Passadumcake. He said, well, can you tell me where we are right here? He said, Mattawamcake. He said, well, if I go across the bridge here and take a left, where will that take me? He said, Old Millinocket, Cacajo. He said, well, if I go straight across the bridge and keep going that way, where will that take me? He says, Old McWahawk, with a pitlock, Madawaska. So he thanked him and he went back up the car and his wife said, well, did you find out where we are? And he said, no, that damn fool in there can't speak a word English. Now, that's really true, you know. I mean, that's the way it is with these folks from away. Now, Rodney, I know you have a hard time with these folks from away, and I know some of you, how many of you folks here are from away originally? Come from away. Oh, good, most of us, oh, yeah, we got one Connecticut fella here. Good, that's good, most of you are from Maine, but I want to test something out on you tonight. I brought something along with me, and this is really for Rodney next summer to teach them tourists how to talk right. And I'm going to show you how this program works to teach folks how to talk like a good Mainah. I got a short card here. Just give me a minute. All right, now, some of you may have heard years ago about this thing that had been, this new system that had been produced to teach folks what the contributions of the black folks were to the English language. You remember what that was? Ebonics, that's very good. Now this new system, teaching folks how to talk like Mainahs, is called Ebonics. Right. Okay, and the main sound in the Ebonics language is All right, now we're going to get back in just a minute. Now there's some rules that we have to go by. First of all, words ending in AIR, ARE, or EAR with a hard A sound are pronounced Hey, let me hear you say that. Hey, good. Geez, that's good. Yeah, you can tell you're all good names. As in, you know, Athea, or Bewaya, or Waya, or Midea. Remember that sound now? What is it again? Hey. All right, now let me show you how significant that is. Put that with this, and what do you got? That's what Willie goes hunting all the time. Baya. That's what you are when you get no clothes on. You're Baya. Put it with that, what do you got? Chaya. Put it with that, what do you got? Baya. See how important it is? Put it with that, what do you got? Yeah, see, I ain't got none. Okay. Let's go to the next set of rules. All right, words that contain AR without a hard A and words with ER that have a hard E are pronounced ah. Like Bia, or Quia, or Ka, or Hia. Okay? Now what's the sound again? Ah. Let me show you some magic. Put that with what? That what you got? Ba, yeah, that's what they got downstairs. Ba. Put it with that, what do you got? Cha, yeah, an Arctic cha. Put it with that? Fa. Yeah, put it with that? Anybody know what that is? I don't either. Now the next set of rules, any word ending with OR, OAR, or ORE, sometimes URE, as in Showa, that has a long O sound, are pronounced Owa. Yeah, as in Flowa, or Owa. Me, I was in the Marine Corps. Now let's try it with that. Let's put it with this. What do you got? Moa. Yeah. Put it with that. What do you got? Hoa. Put it with that. What do you got? No. Don't get all upset. Hoa. I mean, if you're going to be up in Aroostook County harvesting potatoes, and you got to hire some people to get them potatoes out of the ground, you got to hire some hoas so you can hoe them potatoes. All right, now the last one here, eliminate the G from any word ending in ing. Any good Mainah does that. So you got hunting, and fishing, and lobstering. And traffic. All right, now we're ready to move on. We got them rules down. I said the basic sound is what? A-M. A-M. Now, try that again. A-M. Now, you know Mainers don't waste their breath on nothing. They're really good and conservative. So you can say A-M, 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 A-M when you're exhaling. Or Mainers can also do it when they're inhaling. Try that. Try that. I say you do that 15 times in rapid succession and you get wicked lightheaded. All right. Now, what's this sound right here? What do we say? Does anybody know what that is? Huh? That's the letter between Q and S. Ah. Now, do you know how to pronounce that? Yeah, do you know what wicked means? No, it means very, very. You know, like, instead of saying that very nice, you say wicked nice. And then, you got this. Good. Yeah. Now, this is important. You're coming from Connecticut. You got to understand, good is 2 syllables. Go what? No, good. That's not a Mainah. You got to say good. And then, if you put it together with wicked, you know, it's wicked good. This one right here. Now, Rodney don't even bother to go after them, but Willie got his the first day. Dear. Or, you know, it's also a term of affection. How you doing, dear? And you can use that with a man or a woman. This one right here. Anybody know what that is? What is it? Dow, yeah. Did you get your deer yet, Rodney? Dow, I ain't even seen one. Okay. Now this one right here. What's that? Horse. Anybody know what that is? Yeah, Rodney and Wiggy, that's what they do when they get their turn on in the summer. They horse it right in. Anybody know what this is? Muckle. Yeah, you know what muckle is? I'd say, you see a good-looking girl walking down the street, well, you better muckle right onto her. Now, what's this one right here? Honey. Yeah, now down in Connecticut, that means sly or something like that. Up here, it means wicked cute. Ain't that a cunning little critter? That's a baby. Okay. Now, here, see if Rodney knows what this one is. Rodney, you know what that is? You know what that is, Wiggy? Handao? Geez, you don't, I'm not surprised. All you outdoorsmen here, you don't know what that is? I went hunting last week. Geez, I'm walking along and I looked up the tree and there was a great big horned owl. Yeah. Okay. Now this one right here, you know what that is? Deer meat. See, Mainers don't eat venison. They eat that down in Connecticut. Up in Maine, we eat deer meat. Now, what's this right here? You know what that is? Baited. You know what it is?
Getting your dog fixed.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's right. That's what you do with your dog and your cat. You take them down to the veterinarian then have them spaded. Yeah. Now, only in Maine do we do this. Everywhere else they do something different. But in Maine, when our pipes freeze, what do? We unthaw them. Everywhere else they thaw them. But in Maine, we unthaw the pipe, which is quite a trick in the middle of the winter. Well, this one right here, you know what that is? Chummy. Yeah, now you can use this with a lady or a man too. How you doing, chummy? And I'm telling you, I'm warning you, down in Connecticut, they use the term bub. Don't use bub. Don't ever call a Maine a bub. I was up in the old Milwaukee a couple of years ago, and this fella come driving along one of them cars from New York. It was a Cadillac, I think. He pulls up there, he rolls down that electrical window, and he says, "Say, bub, how do you get the van going?" I said, "Well, usually my sister takes me." He says, no, really, Bob. He said, "How do you get the van going?" I said, "Well, first of all, how'd you know my name was Bob?" He said, "Oh, I just guessed." I said, "Good, guess how to get the van going." Now, anybody know what this is? Now, I don't mean to embarrass anybody, but this happens to us here in the spring. And how's Myrtle doing? Oh, she's not doing no good. She's wicked bound up. Yeah, has she got anything else wrong with her? Yeah, she has. I'll tell you what. She's got... know. Now, there's an interesting thing here too about Mainahs too. You know, Mainahs never get fired. Like nobody ever get fired up here at the mill. No, what happened? Yeah, they get done. You still working up there? No, I got done. Now another thing, and I'll bet you that Wiggy's never been lost, and Willie's never been lost, and Rodney's never been lost. None of you fellows here have ever been lost. In Maine, we don't get lost, we get turned around. Yeah, I've only been out in the woods for a week and a half. He finally comes up and he says, geez, you've been lost? No, just got turned around. Yeah, now does anybody know how to pronounce this right here? No. Politician. Now, did anybody know how to pronounce this? Trailer. That's right. Trailer. And do you know what this is right here?
Double wide.
That's a double wide. That's right. Very good. Give that lady a prop. The last one is a multiple use word. Anybody know what that is? Pasta. Yeah, now you can eat that. You know, you say, what'd you have for supper? Oh, we had some pasta. Or down there at the Baptist church, they got them a brand new pasta. Oh, hey, have you seen Mary Jane? Well, geez, I was driving up the mill there about an hour ago and I passed her. So anyway, you try that, Rodney, and try using that next summer on them out-of-staters and see if they can't learn how to talk right. Now, I just want to tell you a couple more quick stories and then I'll be done. But, you know, does anybody here know Aaron Butler down in Matterhorn Cake by any chance? No? That's just as well. But anyway, Aaron Butler got himself a new cow here 2 years ago. And geez, he wanted to get that cow bred. And he wanted to get the best bull he could to breed that cow with. Well, he inquired around and he found out there's a fellow up in Holton, Clyde Folsom, who had the finest bull in the state of Maine. In fact, won first prize at Skowhegan State Fair the year before. So Aaron called Clyde and he said, look, I got a cow down here, I'd like to get it bred, and I wondered if I could hire your bull. And Clyde said, well, sure, no problem. He said, it cost you $100 a day stud fee. And he said, well, that's no problem. Can you bring it down? He said, yes, I'll bring it down first thing in the morning. So he brought that bull down, they put it out in the field there with Aaron's cow, and they left it. Well, Clyde said, I'll be back late in the day and pick up the bull. So Aaron decided he'd sit there and watch. Well, he watched, and you know it was unbelievable. That cow just looked at that bull and she just glared at him. And that bull would try to advance toward her, and when he did, she'd dig the earth, you know, and then she'd snort and she'd back off. Well, then that bull stopped, and he tried to make a big circle around her, and when he did, she just kept turning and she circled right away from him. Every time he'd approach, she'd retreat, and she was just glaring at that bull. And this went on all day long. Couldn't get that bull near that cow at all. Well, nightfall come, and Clyde come back to get the bull, and Aaron said, geez, I don't know what I'm going to do. He said, but I can't get that cow to accept that bull at all. So he said, well, look, I'm glad to leave the bull here for another day. It cost you another $100. But look, why don't you get Doc Birnbaum over here, the veterinarian, see if he can't figure out what's going on. So Aaron said, well, good idea. So he called up Doc Birnbaum, and Doc come over. This was right at dusk, you know, getting near dark. And so Doc Birnbaum said, let me study this situation for a few minutes. So he watched, and that bull would go toward that cow, you know, and she'd snort and she'd back right off. He'd try to circle around, and she'd circle right back around, snorting at him and giving him a dirty look. And this went on for almost an hour. It was almost pitch black, and Doc Birnbaum turned and he said, Aaron, that's a Vermont cow, ain't it? And Aaron said, why, Doc, I did buy that cow in Vermont. He said, how did you know that was a Vermont cow? Doc said, my wife is from Vermont. Now, I give you a little time. You want to catch up? Yeah, you know, it's really great to be here. Rodney, you heard a couple of stories I told. It's your birthday. You ever request to hear either one of those stories again, or not?
I don't know, Clyde. You're the comedian here.
Okay, I won't tell them then. I did want to say this. I'm a little bit concerned. Ronnie went to the doctor, he told me 2 days ago. Went to the doctor and he
Where you going, Clyde?
He said, well, I'm going to tell him what you told me. He said, I was really concerned. He said, the doctor gave me some pills before I left. He said, Rodney, I want you to take one of these every day the rest of your life. And Rodney said, I got home and opened it up and he only gave me 3 pills. So you want to stay close. Yeah, you know, I did want to tell this story. I have a friend of mine down in Bangor, Dana Hamilton, and Dana's a great fella. And he's not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but he's a nice fella. And he was a salesman. He always wanted, anybody know Dana? Dana and his wife, Mary? Nice couple. Anyway, he was a salesman. I got to tell you this, though. They only have 2 daughters. I couldn't figure out why did you only have 2 children. One day I asked Mary, I said, Mary, why did you just have 2 children? She said, oh, it was Dana. I said, what do you mean? She said, well, one day he was reading a National Geographic magazine, and he read there that every 3rd child born in the world was Chinese. So he never dared to have another child. Anyway, Dana always was trying to get this contract with Hannaford Brothers, and he was always trying to get a contract. He sold Colgate-Palmolive products. Well, finally, the fellow that was a head man there in Hannaford called and said, look, I'm going to be at my place down in Islesboro this weekend, but I'm only going to be able to have a half hour. He said, I can see you from 9:30 to 10, but then I got to go to a funeral, and that's the only time I can give you. So if you can get down there at 9 o'clock ferry, they'll give you about a half an hour. Well, Dana says, I'll take it. She says, I'll be there. Thank you very much. Well, Dana was so excited. He'd been trying to get this conversation for over a year. So he got all his papers together and he put everything together, put them in his car, and he went to bed that night before on Friday. Could hardly sleep. He decided he had to be at the house by 7:30 to get down there to Lincolnville by 9 o'clock. So, geez, he got up about 7 o'clock, got his breakfast. He was just going out the door and his daughter called. She's getting married. And she had to talk with him. Well, she talked for a few minutes and finally did and said, look, I got to get going. Geez, I haven't got any time to talk anymore. I got to catch a ferry out of Lincolnville at 9 o'clock. By then it was 7:45. He ran out and he got in his car and he headed down for Lincolnville. When he got down to Belfast, they had that MB&A traffic. Geez, it was backed up and he got slowed down and he was just a nervous wreck. The sweat was just breaking right out on him. Finally, he pulled into Lincolnville there, and he looked at his watch. It was 9 o'clock, and he come around the corner, and he looked, and there was that ferry just off the dock. Well, geez, he jumped out of that car, grabbed his paper, slammed the door, run down across that parking lot, ran out onto the end of that wharf, and he dove for that ferry, landed on that ferry, skidded across the deck, jammed his head under the front end of a Dodge Power Wagon. The papers went flying everywhere. The young fella come running over and said, mister, are you all right? He said, oh, geez, that really hurt my head. He said, geez, that's too bad. You know, if you'd waited 2 more minutes, we'd have been dogged. So you always want to look things over. Now, the last story I want to tell you about a fellow that was a great fellow here in Millmarket, and I'm sure you know him, Bob Martin. Bob, how many of you remember the restored biplane that he used to have off the airport years ago? Yeah, he had a restored biplane from World War I. He used to give folks rides out there. Of course, as you know, every 5 years there's a big reunion here in Millmarket. Everybody ever graduated from Stearns High School, St. Martin's, or tours, they come back from all over the world. In fact, in 1975, they had one of the biggest reunions they ever had. I mean, folks come back from everywhere in the world. I mean, we even had one couple here come all the way from Nashua, New Hampshire. But anyway, old Bobby always had his biplane out there at the airport, and this one couple, Hazel Nina Cookson, they lived down in the Freiburg area. They come up here. Hazel graduated from Stearns High School. She grew up down here in Norcross. She was a Harper. Anybody know Hazel Harper? Didn't know Hazel. Well, she had 3 sisters. Father named them Faith, Hope, and Charity. Yeah, I'll tell you, that Faith and Hope, they was nice girls. That Charity, she was some popular, I'll tell you that. But anyway, I don't want to go into too many details, but I'm going to tell you one thing. That Faith was the skinniest girl I ever seen in my life. really. Skinny turned sideways. I mean, she would turn sideways. She'd stick her tongue out and you'd swear she was a zipper. She put a fur coat on one time. She looked just like a pipe cleaner. She'd take a bath and she'd put skis on so she wouldn't get down the drain with the full of blood. Really. No, you know these blouses there wash and hang flat to dry? Well, to her that was wash and wear. Really, really skinny girl. But Charity, I tell you, Charity's a nice girl, but ugly, man, she's the ugliest girl I ever seen. She's the only woman I ever knew could have safely cooked naked in a lumber camp. She married a fella from up in Sherman Mills, and that fella, he used to take her everywhere he went because he said it was easier to take her with him than it was to kiss her goodbye. She won the Miss Blackfly contest down to the Grange one year. The contest amounted to standing out in the swamp there until the last one scratched. She was ugly, the Blackflies wouldn't even bite her. But anyway, I'm getting back to Hazel and Enoch. They was up here in 1975, and they went out there at the airport, and they were sitting there looking at that plane, and Enoch says, "Oh, geez, Hazel, that'd be a great ride, but you know, $10 is $10, because that's what Bob charged, was $10 for a ride." And Hazel said, "Oh, Enoch, I'd love to go up for a ride." And, "Well, I know, Hazel, but you know, $10 is $10. Well, Bob was over there reading the paper, and he heard it, and Bob come over, he said, "Look, folks, I don't know what the problem is, but I love to fly. Is there anything I can do for you?" And Hazel said, "Oh, we'd love to go for a ride in that plane, but Enoch doesn't think we can." And Enoch said, "Well, you know, $10, Bob, is $10. And Bob said, "Look, I'll tell you what I'll do." He said, "I love to fly. Here's the deal. I'll take you both up, and I won't charge you a penny if you don't say one word. Don't utter a sound the whole time we're up there. But if you say one word, I'm charging you each $10. Hazel said, "Oh, Enoch, let's do it, let's do it." Enoch said, "Well, that sounds like a good deal to me, by glory, we'll do it." So they were so excited, you know, and Enoch got in that rear cockpit there, and he tightened himself in just as tight as he could, that stretched himself in wicked tight. Then Hazel, she got come in on his lap, he put his arms around, he hugged her just tight as he could hug her. And then Bob went around in front of that aircraft, and he gave that propeller a flip. That thing got going. Bob jumped in, he strapped himself in as wicked tight as he could. He turned that thing into the wind, he left off on the brakes and gave some acceleration, and down they started down the tarmac. First just barely moving, and as they went, they began to pick up speed. They get to the end of the tarmac, and that thing is just a humming, and Bob pulls back on that stick, and that plane goes straight up into a climb, and it goes up to 12,000 feet. And then Bob flips that thing over on his back, and he dives straight for the middle stacks, right here in the middle. He's coming down screaming in the dive, and about 500 feet off the deck, he pulls back on that stick. That plane goes flying treetop level, right through the middle of Millinocket. People was diving in off the sidewalk, everything else. He got to the outskirts of Millinocket, and he put that thing into an extended loop-to-loop. He went into that loop-to-loop, he came out of the end of that loop-to-loop right at the foot of Pemmidouncook Lake, and what he did, he flipped that plane upside down, and he flew upside down the full length of Pemmidouncook. When he got to the other side of Pemmidouncook, he picked up the West Branch Penobscot, and he did barrel rolls all the way down the Penobscot till he got to the Green Bridge there, you know, just below where the South Hung Stream empties into the Penobscot. When he got to that bridge, he flipped it upside down and flew upside down under the bridge. When he got on the other side, he flipped it up and he pulled back on that stick and he climbed up straight up to 14,000 feet. He flipped that thing over on his back, he cut engine, and they're coming down the dead man's spiral, straight for Baxter Peak. Well, he gets about 500 feet off the deck, he gets that thing started, pulls back on the stick. They just barely cleared Baxter Peak, go flying back treetop level all the way to Millinocket Lake. Then he does a series of snap rolls all the way back to Millinocket Airport. Finally, he gets to the airport, he lines up, lands, taxis over to the hangar, shuts it off, and he turns around and he says, "Well, Enoch, by glory," he said, "you win." He said, "You never said one word the whole time we was up there." Enoch said, "No," he said, "I almost did though when Hazel fell out over him."